One of the most important sources related to Martin Harris's visit and consultation with scholars Samuel Mitchill and Charles Anthon is a small piece of paper known today as the Caractors document, also known as the Anthon Transcript. This document was most likely created sometime between 1829 and 1831 by John Whitmer, who was called by revelation to be an early historian and recorder of the restored Church of Jesus Christ. The transcript is filled with characters that are believed to have been taken from the Book of Mormon plates and shown to Mitchill and Anthon by Harris for their examination in the winter of 1828. Now, the document itself is not the original text examined by Mitchill and Anthon. However, it does appear to be an early copy of a now lost original prepared by Joseph Smith. A description of the characters shown to Mitchill and Anthon by Martin Harris have come through several sources, though unfortunately none from Mitchill himself. In his 1838 history, Joseph Smith quoted Harris, quoting Anthon, as determining that the characters were Egyptian, Chaldaic, Assyriac, and Arabic. In a letter to Eber D. Howe, dated January 15, 1831, early Latter-day Saint convert and printer W. W. Phelps portrayed Anthon as describing the characters as ancient shorthand Egyptian. Anthon himself left 3 accounts of his visit with Martin Harris. However, in each of them, his description doesn't seem to match the Caractors document that survives today. In his earliest account, given in 1834, for example, Anthon described the transcript he saw as having contained Greek and Hebrew letters, crosses and flourishes, Roman letters inverted or placed sideways, arranged in perpendicular columns, and the whole ended in a rude delineation of a circle, divided into various compartments, decked with various strange marks, and evidently copied after a Mexican calendar. Similar descriptions were given by Anthon in 1841 and also in 1844. Anthon spoke of the writing he saw as arranged in columns, whereas the Caractors document is arranged in rows. Anthon likewise spoke of seeing a Mexican calendar or zodiac on the text he examined, something entirely absent from the Caractors document. So precisely what characters were originally prepared by Joseph and examined by Anthon is therefore not entirely clear. Scholars have debated whether the characters on the surviving Caractors document are authentic. Skeptics of Joseph Smith, beginning with Anthon himself, have largely dismissed the characters as either fabricated or copied from sources available to Joseph. However, Latter-day Saint scholars have argued for their resemblance to ancient Egyptian scripts, as well as scripts from ancient America. A few non-Latter-day Saint Egyptologists have also weighed in, with some having denied any resemblance to ancient Egyptian, and others having affirmed such. So at this point, no consensus has been reached as to what script, ancient or modern, the characters of the Anthon Transcript closest resemble or should otherwise be compared to. A lot of questions remain about the Anthon Transcript. There's the contradictory accounts left by Charles Anthon and Martin Harris. There's the absence of a translation of the characters which finds broad academic acceptance, and the fact that the document that survives today is just a copy, or maybe even a copy of a presumably now lost original. So given these issues, students of the Book of Mormon and early Latter-day Saint history should be cautious as they evaluate the surviving evidence. When uncertainties, such as those surrounding the Anthon Transcript, persist, readers can take the opportunity to faithfully apply the counsel given by the Lord in the Doctrine and Covenants, to seek learning even by study and also by faith. Future discoveries might one day solve the mystery of the Anthon Transcript, but until that time, the Book of Mormon itself is available for all to read and gain a testimony of by the power of the Holy Ghost.